Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Alopecia Angel podcast. I'm so excited to present to you Maria. She has gone through a phenomenal transformation with her androgenic female pattern baldness. So female pattern baldness is right at the crown. It's very similar to male. If you were to look at internet searches, web searches, talk to your dermatologist, they would say that there's no cure, that it's all genetics, and that your only option is Rogaine or minoxidil. That's absolute lie, because Maria is just one of many clients who's healed their androgenic female pattern baldness 100% naturally and holistically with the Hair and Heal program, which is the program that I offer and I have been offering around the world since 8 years now. The results speak for themselves. She has before and after pictures, but here we have a candid conversation of our discussion, how she was before, how her 20-year struggle really was at its wit's end, and how she triumphed over this, how she's overcome it, how her hair continues to grow. She is just a black and white version and just a different person speaking with her now. You can actually see her first initial interview on my podcast on episode number 116. She went ahead and wrote a book. She lives in Sweden, so she speaks Swedish and English, but her book is in Swedish. And she wrote me this morning, which I wanted to share with you because she gave me an excerpt of her book where she mentions Alopecia Angel in, of course, her book. But then also I wanted to highlight what she also said, because sometimes words get lost in translation, and sometimes in the moment you're trying to find those special words to say and it's not coming out. And for her, a little bit of that was coming out. You will hear the conversation here shortly, but I wanted to go ahead and insert her email from this morning. So listen to this. Johanna, thank you so much for your time. I truly feel I cannot fully express the light your coaching and program have brought to my life and to my hair growth while speaking English with you. Anyway, I really wanted to share the part of the book where I mention you. Feel free to quote any part of it, even though it hasn't been fully proofread yet. I had some help from AI. It will soon be available in English too. I hope this gives you more clarity on the incredible impact you've made in my life. I truly believe I express myself better in writing, even though it's hard to put into words the invaluable change you have brought me. I feel so much love, appreciation, and thankfulness for everything I've learned from you. At the root of it, Hair and Heal is more than just hair growth. It's obtaining all these ancillary benefits that you really don't realize until you go through it. And not just better health, better hair growth. You see just a new, revamped, rebooted person, which is just the beauty of it. And I'll tell you something from my own personal experience is that I am a better version of myself today post alopecia. I say this often. I'm so grateful for alopecia because it's made me a better person. It's transpired into every area of my life. I'm a better mom, community person. I'm a better wife. I'm a better woman. I'm a better everything because of alopecia. And it's one of those things where you don't understand it until you go through it, right? It's almost trying to learn how to swim without ever getting into the water. There's only so much you can do by reading a book on how to swim. And in reality, what needs to happen is you have to get into the water, the pool, the ocean, the lakes, the rivers, in order to test your ability to swim and do it effectively, efficiently, and professionally. Does that make sense? You can only learn so much from a book. You have to go through it. I think this is many reasons why we feel isolated with hair loss. It's because no one understands us, because no one's in the water with us. Does that make sense? No one has gone through what we've gone through. And I think that's the beauty of someone who's gone through it, who's helped thousands, and who can help you too. So this is what she says in her book, chapter 4. If you speak Swedish, right? When I found a coach who specialized in reversing alopecia, the medical term for hair loss, I hesitated slightly, feeling that I had already come so far on my own. In the end, however, I decided to commit to the coaching and the program. Looking back, I can say that it was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. It gave me a roadmap that I could simply follow without having to question every why. Even though I wanted to explore the reasoning, eventually that had to wait. It provided me with such much needed breathing space. My coach, Johanna, known as the Alopecia Angel, a name she truly lives up to, runs a thorough program based on holistic functional medicine. She shares her own experiences and success stories from many people she has helped. Her program addresses both my genetic hair loss, stress-related hair loss. So she had both androgenic and telogen effluvium. She had both types of hair loss. And many times it is possible to have two types of hair loss, just FYI. It added new pieces to the puzzle alongside what I had already learned on my own. The more I absorbed and started implementing, the clearer the results became. It was as if the positive effects I had already experienced were further amplified. And this is key because you may be able to get to a certain point on your own, but in reality, to get to that next level of full coverage, full hair growth, full force of hair health, and just upgraded all around, you need the program. You need that extra to get you there. You know what I mean? Going through the entire program increased my self-awareness and body awareness. I became much more attuned in areas that I hadn't noticed before. Looking back, it feels strange that I hadn't listened more closely to the innate awareness. And so this is just a beautiful excerpt from her book, which is called Hair Awareness or Hair Loss, but it's in Swedish. She told me she was going to go ahead and translate this into English. And so we'll get you that information once it comes out. I have a book coming out. My goal is by the end of the year. I had a book actually 5 years ago, and I took it off the market, and now I'm revamping it, re-including new things, and it should be out on the market by end of year. So keep posted to that. But for now, thank you so much for your attention. And here is our conversation with Maria. Thank you. You look amazing. So tell me, how do you feel? Take off those glasses. Let me see everything.
It's growing and it's still coming in more. And I had so much hair when I was young, so I'm just waiting for it all to grow back. I started to lose my hair when I was 16, and then I started your program. I had more than 20 years hair loss.
Wow.
All the doctors told me it was nothing I could do, genetics, and they couldn't find anything wrong in my blood. And only recommended birth control. It's a dead end.
100% dead end. And Maria, I see a different Maria, like your personality, you're glowing, you're shining, you're more, what's the word? Just outgoing. Whereas before you were a little more shy in the corner, a little more timid, a little more anxious. And now you're like, world, here I am.
Yeah, it's true. I feel like I get bits and pieces of myself back with every straw of hair that grows back. So it's a really great feeling.
Amen to that.
Truly, yeah.
So from there, you decided a book.
I have it here. I wanted to show you. I know you don't understand Swedish, but I mentioned you in a chapter here somewhere. I talked about when I started to work with you and the difference it made for me. And also I have a list in the back of the book where I also refer to your web page and your podcast, because I truly feel like people don't know they can heal. And your work should be spread so it can help others to find their health and their hair back. I wanted to share so people can get to know that no matter what they are struggling with when it comes to their health, they can heal. There are always ways forward if you are willing to see them. And also that it's okay to be human, to have ups and downs, and life is life. It all hits us in different ways.
It's so very true. And yesterday I was actually speaking to somebody from Sweden as well. And I thought maybe you two were related or connected in some way. I did tell her about your book, and I told her how you did the program and how it's #1 on Amazon. Congratulations. So that's really amazing. The healing process is so individual and it's so important. She herself is dealing with alopecia areata since she's 7 years old, and she's now 27. So 20 years as well, dealing with alopecia areata with no help. And now she found me and we will start to work together. But tell me, how has this changed your life from having 20 years of hair loss to full hair growth and continued hair growth?
It's even hard for me to comprehend how much it changed for me. I was on a journey before I met you, but I think I really had some aha moments when I started your program that I wouldn't have been able to do on myself. And then from that, I could build on my own journey and take my own decisions. I always feel like I have trust in myself now. And that's priceless. It's I can't even put words on it because now I'm struggling with English here because I can't find the right words, but it's really, truly life-changing.
So tell me, what would you say to somebody who's on the fence of joining the Hair and Heal program?
I would say that they should be open to the possibilities, because when you're on the fence, it's because you have tried so much, but it has failed you. But it's not you, it's the system. It's all the wrong learnings and beliefs that's holding you back. So if you take help from someone like you will broaden and find new possibilities that you couldn't even think of before. I will translate the book to English too, because I feel like it will be broader, but I will of course take help to make it professional. But I feel like I will definitely let you know when it's available in English too.
I would love to get a copy of your book, and I'm actually coming out with a book myself, hopefully by the end of the year. That's my goal. And I too want to get it translated into so many different languages because it's so important to get the word out. It's so important to allow people to know that just because they're doctors, just like you've been told and I've been told, that there's nothing you can do, that there's nothing to help except for medications or birth control in your case or anything else. These are all lies. It's just the lack of experience and true knowledge that these doctors have. And that's really the bigger question, is start asking yourself, and this goes to anyone listening, you're like, I saw a gazillion doctors. You've seen gazillion doctors over 20 years. And if none of them are giving you the right way or the right path or the right knowledge, techniques, or tools, then something else has to change. I'm so happy that we had the opportunity to work together, because I can truly tell how this has shifted your personality. Now you're a published author and you've gone on to do so many other things, whereas maybe before, had we not worked together, this wouldn't have happened. The book wouldn't have happened. The hair growth wouldn't have happened. And you would have been in this cycle of being stuck. And I think that's the worst thing. As someone who's dealt with hair loss for 20 years, sometimes I wonder what takes people so long to make decisions or to take action. Because I actually encounter so many people where they've been dealing with hair loss for 20, 30, 40 years. And I'm like, why now are you focus on the hair loss? Why not the first year? Why not the first 5 years? Like, why not then versus now? Or am I missing something?
For me, it was like I talked to a doctor and he was really dismissive. So it put me down. I was very young and I thought maybe it will turn around by itself. And then you find something like, oh, you try this supplement or you try something to put on your head, and you try different things. But they all doesn't work for maybe a short while, or maybe you feel good for a small moment, but then you just put your blindfolds on and you move on in life, and then something happens and you lose more hair and you try something new again and it doesn't work. So that was what was happening for me. So I went up and down. Sometimes I just completely ignored it, and sometimes I totally panicked, and I didn't know about the natural ways because I found them. I don't even know how I couldn't know about that, because I thought I was like a kind of healthy person. I knew that I should work out and do some stuff, eat some vegetables, but in reality, I had no clue what I was doing to my body. That's such a good part, because you never stop learning. And that's what I love about your program too, because it gives you all the things that affect us. It's about the holistic part. Like, I'm really into that, because you can't treat one part. You need to look at the whole picture. Yeah.
Amen. Amen, Maria. Amen. I love this. I love this. What else can you tell us about your new life with hair, with happiness, with full health?
When I see it, I try to describe it for people, because a lot of people in my friends and family, they see me as so extreme. Like, I went from being one way to going radically to another way. But I see it like when you had a toxic relationship and you're in it and you're struggling and you just want to make it work. And then you break up and it's awful. But when you get over it, you realize like, how could I go on and live like that for so long? Because I'm so much freer. I can be myself. I feel good again. That's the feeling I have with my life before and after. When I see how I lived before, I could never go back to that because I feel so much better and stronger and happier now. It's a no-brainer, but a lot of people have bad breakups, so they understand that part. So I just try to explain it. Like, it's like a really bad breakup, and I feel so much better on the other side.
Who was the first person in your life to say, hey, Maria, you're growing hair? Who was the first person to recognize and to say something, maybe compliment you or realize that that you were changing or that you were in a transformation?
It's hard to say which one, because I was literally just, can you see it? Even if it wasn't showing, it was like baby hair. But now they see the difference. You have seen my before and after picture. Also in my daily life, when I had so thin hair, I usually hide it well because I had a bit longer hair. I could put it like on one side. But if you knew, you saw it very clearly, and you can see that the hair isn't healthy or growing as it should. But yeah, I think you are so consumed in your own self-awareness, and just maybe people saw it, maybe some didn't see it, but either way, it affects you so much.
It does. It does.
I can't say enough how truly grateful I am to have had you and the program helping me. And also, I feel like now I'm trying to work with people in health, and I'm so impressed. And I didn't realize how this work is, but I'm truly so grateful that there is people like you who are trying to help people in the way you do. I love it because that's, how it is. I would never had the courage to walk my own way without your program, because it teaches me how much I don't know and how much more there is to learn. Like, your mind is free. You can do and experiment how much you like. I feel confident, even if I say it goes south for me and I start to lose hair. I know how I can come back because I have gone through your program and I know what parts I can bring back. So I feel like truly free and strong.
That's amazing. Thank you for your kind words. I appreciate you so much. And I am so honored to have helped you and so many other of my clients. It brings me such joy because your type of hair loss, androgenic, female pattern baldness, has always been given minoxidil or Rogaine as the only solution, or live with it. It's genetic and you just got to settle. That's one thing that I do not do personally. I don't settle. I always want better. I want the best option and I want it my way. I really do. And I forged my own path and I help you all forge your own. And so I'm happy that you've been able to do that. I'm happy that the program has helped you so much. It truly has transformed your life, my life, and so many other lives around the world. It fills my heart so much. And it satisfies me on so many different levels, because when we can be better humans, whether it's a better attitude, a better diet, a better lifestyle, better health, better hair, we are better for our own communities, our own families, ourselves, our work, our everything, our whole world. Everything gets better. I don't think everyone realizes like the big picture of how this ripples into their lives, because it's huge. It's so priceless. It really is.
Yeah, it is. I couldn't have said it better. Very thankful that I found you, and it truly changed my life. I trust my body. I trust my hair to grow, and yeah, it's priceless. Anyone on the fence should just jump over it and dive into it.
Maria, thank you so much. It's been so good to connect with you, to hear your story, to see all the progress. My heart is so happy today. You've made my day. Your pictures are astounding, and I continue to commend you to be on the right path, and I'm just so excited for your future.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll talk soon. Take care. Thank you for listening to the Alopecia Angel podcast, a positive light in healing alopecia. You can do this and we can help. Spread the word that reversing alopecia is possible by telling your friends and family.